Hello guys, welcome to my channel. I'm John, and today I am reviewing Star Wars Revenge of the Sith. It is the third film chronologically in the Star Wars franchise, and my personal favorite of the prequels. As I put in the beginning of the video, there will be spoilers. I cannot talk about this movie without talking about some of the stuff that happens. Immediately as the movie begins, you notice that the special effects have improved over the last two films. And believe it or not, even the CGI creatures are not bad in this movie. Also, Hayden Christensen improved as Anakin. While he still gives a dull performance, it's much better than that whiny brat we got in Attack of the Clones. Natalie Portman, on the other hand, no. The very beginning of the movie is a very entertaining space battle. It starts off with starships shooting at each other and the whole 9 yards. Then it goes into an actual starship, a large one, and it just gets even more entertaining after that. Just like Attack of the Clones, there's a lot going on here. And unlike Attack of the Clones, most of it's not boring. General Grievous is a bit disappointing. You hear about him in the movie, and they talk about how menacing he is and everything, but then he goes out like a candlestick. One thing worth mentioning is John Williams' musical score. I have not talked about it yet, but this is a highlight of his career. After Anakin turns evil and Order 66 occurs, John Williams' musical score perfectly embodies the overall tone of this sequence. He has two musical cues during this sequence. One at the beginning of it, when Anakin is marching clone troopers into the Jedi Temple, and the other starts when Order 66 is executed on the battlefields. Just like the sequence, it's very depressing to hear. Another highlight musical track in the movie is the lightsaber fight between Anakin and Obi-Wan. It's actually part of a sequence because Yoda and Palpatine are fighting as well. But the musical cues for Anakin and Obi-Wan are the big one. It just perfectly embodies what is going on. Just like the Order 66 ones. With Obi-Wan Kenobi, once again, Ewan McGregor is doing a terrific job playing young Obi-Wan Kenobi. But his writing in this film is kind of disappointing. It's basically written as was called a Gary Stew, which is basically a male version of a Mary Sue. Basically, it's a character that can't do anything wrong and always comes out at the top. I don't particularly care for these kind of characters. You know, like, he gets into a fight with Count Dooku. Yes, he loses, Anakin wins, though. But he is supposed to have been seriously injured, yet he's not. He's not in pain or anything. And when Order 66 happens, he survives a 100-foot fall. While that has happened in real life, they always get seriously injured, but he's not. When it comes to George Lucas's writing and directing of the film, I think he did a better job directing than writing, because writing-wise it still has its problems. The romance between Anakin and Padme, while yes, it's not as creepy as in Attack of the Clones, it's still poorly written, and the character of Obi-Wan, I just don't like how he's written in this one. But in terms of direction, he knew what visuals were needed. He knew what team he had to assemble. He knew everything that needed to happen with this film. Anyway, Star Wars Revenge of the Sith is a massive improvement over Attack of the Clones. For the first time in this series, I'm going to use one of my special ratings. Star Wars Revenge of the Sith deserves a star. Now I'm halfway through with the Lucas era Star Wars movies. I still have a little ways to go before I'm halfway through the Star Wars Skywalker saga, as they are calling it, in total. I will continue next week with A New Hope. Well, that's all I have for now. Until next time, please like, share, and subscribe, and I'll see you all later.